YouTube. I am completely zonked out. I'm not even lying. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I'm zonked out. But I got 3 hours and 43 minutes to go, and I'm done for the. I'll get rid of this load. I'm done for the day. I got about two. I'll have 2 hours after that to find a place to park, and that's what the heck I'm going to do. Uh, I'm starting to see that this is having a toll on me. It's starting to have a toll. This early morning, I can start out max 3 o'clock. Three in the morning, I'm fine. But if I start out like around midnight, 1 o'clock, ooh, we got problems. And lately, that's what I had to do. I had to get up and get out of the way because some guy boxed me in at a truck stop. I actually paid for parking this time. I can't stand that I got to pay for, but I didn't want the aggravation. Of, I had about an hour and a half to go. I would have been on my last leg if the next truck stop that I knew where I had to go didn't have no parking. So I was like, and I woke up and the whole parking lot's full, so they made their own parking. This how truckers do. Very frustrating. But let's go ahead and say welcome everybody in. Morning, CC. Morning, Sheed. How we doing? Of course, what's going on, Mike? I'm going through buddy withdrawal because Charles is on. He's on the cruise. I got no other truck drivers to call up and say, "Hey, what you doing?" Nothing. What you doing? Nothing. What road you on? I'm on 80. Where you at? I'm on 65 South. That's all we do. That's literally all we do. You know. And he said he'll send me. Uh, he'll send me a. Ideas to talk about or whatever. And I appreciate it. It's hilarious. This is what we do. Um, but still going through the great deletion. It seems like it lasts for a good minute before I'll start seeing hours come back to my channel. Uh, that's the hard part. I understand what you're talking about, Mike. Bayou, hey, Bayou, good morning. I understand what you're talking about, Mike, where you get to back to one certain point and you can't get over that hump. I was literally um, trying to get over that hump, and then my anniversary hit, and wham bam, thank you, man. And because YouTube don't want to give away the money. YouTube don't want, they don't want me to be prosperous like I'm gonna be. Yeah, right. YouTube don't want me to be prosperous. YouTube, I was struggling to get to that monetization, and then next thing you know, I ain't even gonna be able to make that $100. The $100 limit. I was like, why? But hopefully, I can get home tomorrow because I'm gonna be in Mississippi. Hopefully, I have enough hours. I don't know. I'm not gonna stress about it if I don't. I don't. But hopefully, I get home tomorrow, and I'm going to start taking that lawnmower apart. I might keep the handlebars and just switch it to my mower. Um, but I'm gonna start taking the stuff apart, and I'm gonna open up a eBay account and just start cleaning the stuff up, painting them or whatever, and start keeping the stuff I want, and the rest I'm gonna put online and sell it. I've got half of what I paid for the thing already, the guys are waiting to for me to get home to start taking the parts off, and then finding out how much is it cost, how much would it cost to have it shipped to them. Um, that's the thing about, see, these mowers that you see I'm talking about. They're not regular lawn mowers. They're this other than my Husqvarna. Husqvarna. These are professional mowers. It's a class all by itself. When you see, look at the videos of me pushing on a John Deere, that's not a regular lawnmower that you get at Home Depot. I went off the deep end and walked into a John Deere dealership, and because if you look at the thumbnail, if you look real close, there's a crane and it's got a lawnmower connected. My first that was my first auction that I had. My first auction, and what I did, I just kept on pressing the button. I said, well, that's worth $10,000. It's that mower brand new was like 10 grand, 10 to 20 grand. And I thought I could fix it and all this other stuff. I just knew it. And reality kicked in, and I just got mad and scrapped it. I could have thought there's certain parts I could have sold. I didn't know no better. And then I got mad, and I went to look around the John Deere dealership. You know how the salespeople are. They're like, well, why don't you, I'm like, why don't you, fill out the credit application? I said, you know what? Yeah, why not? And the next thing you know, oh, well, you're pre-approved for $25,000. Because I was looking at this one mower, and they were like, well, you can buy it, you're approved. And I'm thinking, if y'all are dumb enough to sell it to me, I'm dumb enough to get it. And with all of the interest and all this other stuff, I'm like, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I've enjoyed it. I've had fun with it. I love it. It's broken right now, so I'm waiting to take it to the dealer to get it fixed. But that's okay, But these commercial mowers are of a different breed. They're made to last longer. They're made to they're made to work longer. But what I was saying, I had posted it on Facebook Marketplace. I posted on Facebook, there's a Toro lawnmower group. I'm part of certain lawnmower groups and certain, lawn equipment groups, because I don't know, I can't help it. I love this stuff. And I posted on there and said, look, for you newbies that you're coming on, don't be that idiot that was fighting with me. Don't be that idiot that was fighting with me at the last auction, thinking that you're going to buy a lawnmower. See, a lot of times these golf courses, they don't make with certain mowers. They don't make the parts no more. So they'll pick the most broke down behind lawnmower that they got, and they'll start stripping parts off of it. How do I know? Because 3 auctions back, I bought one. It looked fine until I got it home and started taking it apart. They were snatching parts off of it. And I went to a dealer, a guy that actually works on the real big boys that cut like baseball fields and football fields and stuff like that. And the guy was just really nice, and I was geeking out, and I'm having a ball. I'm literally having a ball. And he's seen a look on me. So he sat down, and I was telling him what I was trying to do, and he wrote down all the stuff that I would need and who I need to call and who I need to talk to and the company, because these types of mowers, you just can't go to any Toro deal. If I went to a regular Toro lawnmower dealer, they look at me like I can't even access that stuff. So now I've learned there's certain stuff they don't make no more. And I posted that, like, look, if you're going to get into the high end side of these real mowers for honestly the guy that ain't got nothing better to do on the weekends but cut grass. And they cut it real low, this golf course type grass. This ain't the regular front lawn that you and I have. And it costs money. A box full of nuts and bolts and pieces and washers cost me $100. Cost me a freaking $100. And because I was on the road when I ordered this stuff, I got home, pieces were missing, and I couldn't argue because it was too late when I finally decided to look. Pieces were missing that I had ordered, and I was like, oh, okay, I done learned one lesson here. If I'm gonna order this, make sure I'm home when it shows up, and check it right there. If I'm gonna do this, do my homework. And that's what I did on Facebook. And they were like, well, did you check with John, or that's part of the group, or did you check with Larry, that's part of the group? And I'm like, I wasn't gonna go through this because yes, I checked with all of them. Because there's a main dude that sells, and I went to him first, and he said, yeah, you could hear that he just sent it in a text, but it's like I could hear him say it. Oh man, yeah, those parts are hard to find. I was like, oh man, and I sat with it for 3 years. I sat with it. I was like, I was going to try to sell it, but see, I got a conscience. I didn't want to say, well, you're going to have to find the parts. I was going to, I was like, the parts are hard to find. Literally like saying, hey, bro, you might not find these parts, but I'm going to sell it to you for $600. Oh, well, is it easy to fix? No, it's not easy to fix. The engine on this daggone thing is like $1,500. The engine, and half the engine is missing, and the guy's like, oh, I'll buy it. Well, how much for the whole thing? Come on, man. I got a conscience, and I was just trying to. I learned from my mistakes. I learned from. See, it's just like me trying to ask you about certain vegetables that you guys plant, and you don't plant them right now. You plant them in the fall, but I done got all the stuff and I'm ready to plant it, and I'm ready for you to send me the seed. And they're not gonna germinate. They ain't gonna work. It's a waste of freaking time. But I don't want to listen because I think I know everything. And I'm like, oh man. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, literally, oh, okay. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things that I learned. Like I'm saying, I'm working on this lumber that I can't even use, which is okay because I like these. I like mowers. I for some dumb reason I like mowers. I like fixing them. It makes me feel close to my pops. We had a hard life together because my father thought everybody else was an idiot except for him. And I'm like, I had to let him know, look, I'm not a fucking idiot and I'm not one of your lackeys. And you're not going to treat me any old way. And, that's why my father was an old school mechanic. I wanted to learn from him, but I just couldn't take it. You know how you knew you was going to clash, and I knew I was going to clash. But now I'm at that point in my age, I'm at that point in my life that I like to tinker with stuff. I like to figure it out. And when I figured it out, I get excited. That kind of thing. So, like right now, I'm trying to figure out if I can revamp this mower and make it look almost brand new. So I'm gonna go back to the main dealer that I ordered them all the stickers for the mower. If I can get it and then I'm gonna repaint it. And I've always wanted to. I got a little, a little air tank, and I'm gonna order the paint and see if I can figure it out. That's the fun part of trying to have a hobby. That's the fun part of trying to have a life. That's the fun part of trying to show the world your life. And that's what we do here on YouTube. We're trying to show the world our life. I'm trying to show you that I'm tired as hell, but I'm not that tired. Trust me. If I get to that point where I'm getting dizzy, this load gonna be late. I'm pulling over going to sleep. You know what I mean? It's just as simple as that. Good morning, Tamika. And but I have to look for the middle ground. The middle ground is just trying to figure out um, and try to do it on a budget. So and I just have so much fun. My wife bought me the bottom piece to my toolbox set, and I looked, but I got my little area. I look so professional. I got my tools lined up, and I feel so professional, and I'm walking back and forth. Still ain't figured out what size is what yet, so I'm walking back and forth. Oh, that's too big. That's too small. That don't look like a 10. That's a 7/16, and but that's okay because it give me a reason to go buy some more. But I did notice one thing. Well, I'm going to slow my roll. I keep on saying that, but I'm gonna slow my roll because I'm starting to notice that certain credit cards are starting to go down. They're starting to go down, um, and I want them to go down to zero, and I want them to stay at zero. So if I need to use it, yeah, I'll use it, but that is not going to be my primary source of income. And that's I finally hit that financial maturity. I finally hit that financial maturity. Hey, yeah, of course. I'm gonna buy more tools, but I'm looking now. I'm looking at Facebook Marketplace, where a lot of times you'll have a lot of these country folks. The husband passes away, or the father passes away, or the grandfather passes away, and they just trying to get rid of everything in the garage. And they'll say, "Come get all these tools for 100 and something dollars, and you get some snap-ons and some all kind of good stuff." And I'm just looking, for stuff like that. I'm always on the lookout in on Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to tell this story about Facebook one of these days. I think I said it before, but I said it real quick. But I've only stayed on Facebook Marketplace because I got bad memories on Facebook. But I stay on Facebook Marketplace for one specific reason, and that's Facebook Marketplace. I'm always looking for stuff. I'm looking for free dirt, free mulch, um, low price lawnmowers, stuff that I've worked with before, that I know I could probably fix. I'm not, see, because people get on there and they try to sell stuff that is ridiculous. They think it's brand spanking new. So, but that's where I'm at. I love looking at the stuff, and I'm always looking. I remember I got from this dude that had money over there on the top end. I mean, when I brought my trailer and everything, and he had it was free 10 rolls of fescue grass, side grass. He said, "Come get it." And boy, I ran over there. I almost fell out trying to get that. But it was in a nice neighborhood, and I was looking at him like I didn't want to tell him, "Hey, bro, it ain't gonna work." But I was like, "Nah." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." But I wasn't telling, hey, bro, it ain't gonna work. What do you mean, guys? I've put on my front lawn. Didn't work. I'm surrounded by trees. I Bermuda. Some of it worked. Most of it didn't. Um, uh, what's the other one? Perennial ryegrass works. Annual ryegrass works. It come June, it's gone. Um, and Kentucky bluegrass will work for a little while, then it'll be gone. So that's why I'm trying to get the plugs. I know it still isn't warmed up yet, but I'm hoping all these plugs that I did for the love of Jesus Himself, please let these suckers come out of hibernation and I start seeing some green. I'm starting to see it on the ones that I got from Amazon, which are the smaller plugs. I'm starting to see those. Um, good morning, welcome in, welcome in. I'm starting to see those. It's so funny. I've seen lately. I've seen everybody's got all these beehives and all this stuff. They've been wanting to get one, but my yard, I got too many people around me. I was thinking about that, and they got like these really nice beehives, and I'm too punkified to even try it. You know what I mean? But hey, let's see. And hey, if you want to drop your link, it's hashtag can't stop. No apostrophe, and you can share it with people so people can check out. I don't know how it works with this new setup. Um, Yo, I'm telling you guys, this setup when you go in and put it in portrait mode, it switches to a different algorithm. It puts us on. It puts me on up in the shorts algorithm, and I actually get. Um, oh, okay. Well, welcome in, welcome in. It puts us in the algorithm, and I've noticed because normally y'all know me. I get excited if I get seven. If I get 10, I'm screaming. 10 people coming in. But the after effect is I got 100, 165. Yo, whoa. I mean, my hours ain't going up, but I'm getting views, and that's great. That's fine. And it just makes it more enjoyable. It makes it more enjoyable that I'm getting out there to the folks. We're trying new things. I'm trying, like I said, I'm talking about one aspect of this channel, which is the lawn care. Um, if I can make it home tomorrow morning, I got to get back into practice of getting. I was. I'm probably. I don't know if I want to get a load of dirt or a load of topsoil. What do I mean by that? The topsoil is shredded wood. It ain't dirt. But this place that I know I can get it from is I can get a load of dirt. It makes me a little nervous because when they did one scoop, which is a half a yard, it drops my suspension. And I'm not even lying. I want to get an F-250 or an F-350 used. I don't want to, I like doing stuff like that. Um, I like this, and I'm hopefully this might turn into something. That's why I might be making a move soon that I can start working on maybe my lawn care part of my life. I don't know yet. I haven't made a full decision on that, but you guys keep me in the prayers on that. Um, but you know, it's a little bit cheaper. It's just a few dollars cheaper to get the dirt, and I'm thinking one way I'm either gonna get some topsoil or just a half a yard of dirt. The only thing is, I need to go get a tarp to put it in my bed so that when I get most of it out, I can pull it out, and I'm tired of my bed being dirty all the time. Yeah, I know got bougie, but I need to add more dirt to that composted area that I spread everything out, and I put some topsoil, then I put some dirt on it. I'm gonna need to put some more dirt on it, and I need to put some more dirt on it because eventually those wood chips are gonna break down and it's gonna go lower. So I need to start putting more dirt out there to, you know, to feed into that area. You know, do I even sound like I'm, you know what I mean? I need to put some more dirt out there because it's that area that y'all, if you ever go back to my old videos, you see where I did all this. That whole area has for 20 years been, because my house was built in the 80s, the whole area in the back was eroded away because the houses where I lived it was never done right. So I'm in constant battle of trying to fix it. I'm also going to change the drain out. I have a drain, but I'm going to change it out and make a bigger catch. I can buy a bigger catch basin. I can buy a bigger catch basin, and then I'm gonna add another drain pipe to that and trench that. So, but that's going to be a summer project, somewhere around there. So, but after talking about that, there's one subject. I don't know how long we're going to be into it, but I'm gonna talk. I want to bring it up. It's going around in. I got to remember the name of the name of the channel, but it's always on TikTok, where it's all about relationships and all of that. So I had to get a little bit of a relationship, and there's a lady in there that talks about her having seven children, 7 kids, and thank God it's just by one man. And no, not like multiple baby dates. 7 kids. She divorced him, and she's asking, is it possible to find a quality man with these 7 kids? And I'm just sick to the point, and I'm not attacking them, but I'm sick to the point that everybody says, well, the marriage, the household. Look, at this day and age, you need 2 people working. You need 2 people working. So, you talk about 7 kids. Okay, you knew somewhere in that picture, after the first baby, after the second baby, you thinking we have more kids, it's going to fix the problem. After the 4th baby, you ain't figured out that, hey, I need to stop popping all these daggone babies out, and maybe we need to see what's going on with you and me. I knew after my son, I didn't want to have my first wife. I don't want to have no more kids with this woman. I will be with this one son, and he's in his 30s. And they talk about me till this day like a dog. Where did common sense? What the heck happened to common sense? What the heck happened to talking things out? Guys, I'm not the greatest, and I'm telling you, I preach the word of being clueless a million times, but I know this. I know this. I ain't spit without my wife, and if I ain't got nothing else to say, I left her a voicemail yesterday, babe. I just want you to know, I'm just calling to say, hey, I miss you. I appreciate you. You're a wonderful woman. Thank God. Thank God, you better than peanut butter and jelly. You know what I'm saying? You like this Sam's Happy Hot. You better than a jar of honey. You know what I'm saying? See, you don't realize that people might be thinking your loved one's the person that said that, everybody got. We ain't in love 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But when you make an effort and a person sees that you're making an effort to say, hey, he did this that got on my last nerve, but he said thank you for being who I am and appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, okay. He's trying, or she's trying, and my wife will say, well, hey, you sounded pretty sexy today. I'm like, it's the simple things. Oh, good morning. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's the simple things, guys, ladies and gentlemen. It's the simple things in life. It's the simple things in the effort. It's the simple things in a collective bargaining chip. In the collection of your life that can make anybody happy. But we live on selfishness and foolishness. And if we just tell the loved one, like I was telling my wife, I said, yeah, baby, I've been screwing up with this lawn stuff, but I'm gonna try to start breaking even, and I'm gonna sell this and do this. And I'm hang back on this, and she could have did she could have said, look, you need to stop this, blah blah blah. You need to stop all that and show me all this attention. Like you see the game players with you got to come in there and break the TV to get that boy's attention. Those serious gamers will put your behind out the house. Instead of doing that, why don't you get on that game with him? Why don't you learn? And most women are very technical. They might come in there and beat you. That'll get them off the game console. You start getting whooped by your wife. I don't want to play this no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm just saying because I know there's a gamer in here. But and that's what I'm getting at. And you have the right friends. If you're in a relationship, have friends that are in relationships. Don't take advice from a single person. Don't take advice from single people because they are already miserable. And they want you to be miserable with them. Don't take advice from them. Because guess what? They want you to be miserable. I was listening to this thing and they got the Reddit stories. TikTok does this Reddit. I'm so addicted to them. I'm like, oh my God, it makes my heart race. And the story was that this boyfriend and girlfriend were going to have their first the first year relationship, anniversary. But her best friend was going through something. Her best friend was going through something. Just happened to be a dude. So she had to cancel the anniversary. She had to cancel the anniversary to be with dude to get him through the hump or whatever. And it dawned on me that really, honest to goodness, you really having friends of the opposite sex, it ain't really good on a marriage. Isn't really good on relationships. Now you can be acquaintances, and and because when you meet somebody, they're gonna mark their territory. When you meet a woman gonna mark her territory. You meet a dude, he gonna mark his territory. You gonna let him know, look, I'm the person in their life. The only thing you cannot mark your territory is with a mother or a father. If they got a child from a different situation, don't try to mark your territory. You're gonna lose unless they punks. You know what I'm saying? Unless they punks. Don't do that. But try to get in where you fit. But other than that, you know, you got a really good friend when they say this. Hey, bro, so and so is marking their territory, and I'm so happy for you. I'm gonna back off, and I'm gonna do my thing, and hopefully I can find someone as wonderful as you are in the future. So you do you, and always know I'm around. I got your back, but I'm gonna back off. And that is a good friend. That's a friend that says, "Look, I know the game, and I see what's happening. I see what's going on, and that's what happened to me. And because I had a really, oh boy, I had a really close female friend that was there for me when nobody else was, and we were honest to God platonic friends. And my wife even asked me a few weeks back, says, "Hey, so when y'all went out, did you pay for it?" I said, "No." And I don't know what type of friends you think. I ain't paying for our dinner. Your own met. But we were really good friends, and she knew I was depressed. They would come by and snatch me. It was like the odd couple. It was me, this other gay dude, and other female friend. It was the biggest odd couple. It was just hilarious. I'm the oldest of the whole bunch. Hey, it took me to a club one night. It was just hilarious. And I was pulling out my ID, and the guy looks at, "Hey, pops, you don't need blood ID." It was embarrassing. I was laughing my butt off. I felt embarrassed that I even did it. But I that good friend later on called me up and said, "Darren, I found, it said I found my name is Darren. Darren, I found my Darren, and I'm so happy." And I said, "Well, I'm so happy for you." And you know what I'm saying? And I gave a little bit of advice because she, like you typical sisters, he too goofy, he this, he that. No, 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 no. Hang in there. If that's what it is, let me tell you what's going on. Blah, blah, blah. This insecurity, that's insecurity. Hang in there, talk it out. You got this. And they've been married ever since. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, I'll send a text, "Hey, how you doing?" Or not even that. I'll like something on Facebook. And that's one of the only people out there like when it's talking about a husband and wife situation. Not like when you got the people that they do like a selfie, and no, that's disrespectful. I don't do that. I don't like women's stuff. But if I see a husband and wife thing, like we on the way to church with the husband and wife, they do a selfie together, something like that. I've kind of learned ignorant stuff that I was doing before that I needed not to be doing. because I tell the story when I first was on Instagram, I just liked everything because you like my stuff. I just went through your whole Instagram, just like. Then I started looking like, oh, this is gonna get me in trouble. I'm liking Big Booty Bertha with the humongous whatever tatas, and my wife would check this out. She gonna think I want her when I'm happily married and I want this one. So I remember literally I had over 1,000 friends on Instagram. I had over 1,000 friends, way over 1,000 friends. I sat there for like 3 or 4 hours unfriending all of these, and it didn't even dawn on me that's what I did. But I was going through such a lonely time that and I never fixed it. I said, man, this gonna get me. This gonna get me a hot water. I just unfriend. I unfriended 900 people. I unfriended 900 people because I started noticing when I friend them, I get the DM. Hey, how you doing? Hi, hey, David. No, instant block, and but then I was like, okay, I need to stop. I need to learn, and nobody told me this. Nobody taught me this. You learn certain types of internet respect for your spouse or your partner or your whatever. You know what I mean? And boy, I had to learn. Ooh, boy, did I have to learn. And I was gonna shout, guys, but we hit 10 for a split second. But hey, I wish I could have a bell or something. Hey, we're back to 10. Yeah, but it's the same situation where I try to be. Sometimes I'll talk about relationships, and it's not that. And don't get me wrong. Look at the top of the picture. Host has no idea what he's talking about, but he likes talking about it and has fun doing it. I don't know what I'm talking about. So please, 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 for the love of Jesus himself, do not think that I know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking, and you guys have been a blessing because guess what? Sun's coming up. I'm starting to wake up because I was dying. I promise you, I was dying this morning. You guys would be proud of me. We haven't had too many of the stinky booty confessions as of lately, but I pulled over at the rest stop, and you know how you get one of those security guards that the rent a cop that take too much out of they think they got too much. They think they got too much power. And I just pulled over in the no parking area because I was tired. You would think, okay, let me get over here. Let me catch my get my mojo back, so I could keep going, get back on the road, get into whatever. Let me get there, get my mojo going, and get back on the road. And dude was like, hey, you need to move, you need to blah, blah, blah. And what I was thinking was, I noticed there was a dump where I could dump, you know what? And for you regulars, y'all know what I'm talking about. So I could dump my supply of you know what in the sanitary area. And normally I have to be sneaking around, but this is a certain area I could do it legally and not get in no trouble. But I was like, well, if I pull in there, he gonna come over there and say something, then I'm gonna have to cuss his behind out. And I said, you know what? It's 1:30. It's too early in the morning for that. So I said, you know what? I'll find another rest area to legally do it on the way home and clean that out. Probably take it home, power wash it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you know what I'm saying, and just figure it out. Well, that's the next part of that's the next part of just having this YouTube channel, um, to figure out and see what works and see what doesn't work. One is wellness for the mom. Hey, I have been saying lately, but coming up next after me is wellness with frugal mama. You catch that beat, lose some weight. I, I've been lacking. I've been lacking, and because I'll admit it, since wellness with frugal mama. You know how you make excuses for eating bad, and my best one is I'm a grown behind man. I can have them pretzels filled with peanut butter, knowing that I don't need to be having those pretzels filled with peanut butter. When I follow my diet, I don't have acid reflux, but I've been having one heck of an acid reflux all week long. So why not just use some common sense and follow my diet? I don't know. I don't know. I need to get home this. I start to slap myself silly, but I'm thankful for my life. I'm thankful for my you guys, my digital friends, that has helped me on my journey this morning to be awake. I'm gonna have some extra hours because I literally am gonna have to wait till after midnight to roll again. I'll have to explain that the hours of service when you drive an 18 wheeler is crazy. I'm gonna have to wait till midnight to roll again, but that's okay too, because that gives me a day at home where I can tinker and play around with my lawnmowers, throw some dirt or topsoil down on the lawn. And what I'm going to do is I have a I have an aerator that works, but I don't want to. I really do. I have an area where I can't aerate, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna start ordering some stuff so I can start plugging again. Big and at Tractor Supply, I want to get over there and start buying some bags of some perennial rye. So when spring, when it starts getting warmer, and I can start popping some grass out there, you you'll see videos of nice green grass. That's a new thing. Nice green grass. Yes. Yeah. There's a song that I listen to. It's actually, a guy. He's out of Tennessee. His name is Citizen Cope. It's kind of a mix of rhythm and blues, and I don't know if it's not really country, but like it's a kind of rock and roll. And he's got a song that says the sun's gonna rise in a mile. In a mile, you're gonna be just fine. And a lot of us don't realize that we're all going through something, and we don't want to burden each other. We don't want to burden our family. We don't want to burden our friends. We've got stress. We've got situations, and and we wonder how we're going to make out of it. And I'm just here to say, guys, it's going to be all right. There's going to be light. There's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. There's going to be an end result to any and every situation. Worst of the worst, even the hardest things that you think you can't handle. And a lot of times, everybody says God will give you stuff because you can't handle it. Yeah, I can believe that, but a lot of times I had to cry out, Lord, stop giving me stuff that you think I can handle because I can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Stop giving me stuff that you think I can handle because I can't handle it. But then later on, you start realizing that you could. Good morning, welcome in, and you're more than welcome. And we figured that out. We here at Can't Stop Walking but Love Mowing and Cruising, we figured out that we can handle it because we try to uplift each other. Yeah, I'll talk about this and I'll talk about that, but it's all in fun. It's all in conversation. Is the solar storm coming? What? I hope not. It's all in fun. It's all in conversation. But this is a funny thing. We're talking about going to these other. When I see someone says solar storm, we're talking about going to other planets and all that stuff. Guys don't realize how much radiation is once you leave our atmosphere. There's a crazy amount of radiation. That radiation is so bad that even when the astronauts close their eyes, they see sparkles. They see sparkles, and they can't stop seeing it. You can only stay out there for so long, and the only reason we're protected is because of the magnet. I believe it's called the magnetic field that surrounds the planet. That's the only thing that's protecting us from getting fried like scrambled eggs. Isn't that crazy? They don't tell you that. It's like, oh, we're just going to the moon, and they don't tell you how dangerous it is up there. They don't tell you that. I literally learned this, that there is a belt. There's a certain area of the sky. It surrounds the whole planet. I forgot what the name of it is. Has a specific name. That's where all the satellites are positioned. And when they retire the satellites, they'll raise it a little bit higher in orbit in that same area. There's so much junk up there. And then, when companies get tired or whatever, they'll actually send it. They'll send it down to the most furthest point in the Pacific Ocean, and we're talking about we need to clean the oceans. We need to stop dropping these satellites that's got these poisonous reactor cores and that are being powered into the ocean. It is like a dead zone out in the Pacific Ocean. This is the stuff that we need to start looking at. That's why, like a lot of these cruises, they recycle everything. They say don't throw nothing overboard. You can literally get yourself kicked off the boat. Don't do it. And because it's messing up the world. It's messing up our ecosystem. And we've got to be a little bit more better with it. You know what I mean? We got to be a little bit more better with it. Oh, I want to. Oh, actually, my time's up. I'll talk about it tomorrow. I've been sitting there flapping off as it comes. Guys, I just want to thank y'all. I guess, like I said, Wellness for Frugal Mom is coming up next. Thank you guys for coming in and being a part of my life. And I'm actually woken up. Boy, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I always start out like, I ain't got nothing. I was going to say, I ain't got nothing. Everybody, that's why I wasn't in a rush to run out here and talk. I ain't had nothing. But now, I'm looking at, oh, shoot. It's 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, I'm in Central. But Thanks for being a part of the live. Just know that you're well appreciated. Anybody that comes in on the remix, you're well appreciated. Thank you for hanging in there for the 2 or 3 minutes of whatever that we do. And just so you know, you're well appreciated. And as always, if you don't think nobody loves you, hey, Miss V, sorry, we heading out. Hey, they, thank you. Hey, y'all, check Miss V out. Check all there's a ton of content creators that was in the live. Y'all check them out. Good people, uh, nice, wonderful folks. Big time information. Miss V's a big one. You're gonna learn about gardening from through Mike and Fifi. Tamika's shoot. You want her to join your channel because she be all over the place. And if I missed anybody, and there's a new person in there from the Beehive community. I want to check them out. I'm intrigued now, so I'll be watching. And there was another guy that Miss Tia talked to about tractors. So I love watching people that do tractor videos. But let me stop again. Let's close out. Thank you. And as always, if you don't think nobody loves you, know that I love you and God loves you too. Y'all have a nice day, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Deuces.